We're back. My favorite spot on earth so far. Trying these little trout nibbles, as they're called. The cichlids don't seem interested. They seem sick of them. So what I'm gonna do is use some leftover shrimp from this morning, because they spent all morning fishing the flats, trying to catch, some redfish by wade fishing. Thought that would make a great video. Probably would. Didn't catch a thing. So decided, you know what? Come back out here. Catch some fish here like this. So a little bit of shrimp. Let me show you what I'm doing differently, guys. I've got on this, I've got 6-pound fluorocarbon on here, very small line. I've got a BB shot tied onto a loop at the end of it, maybe about 10 inches up. I've got on a very small hook. That is like a size 10. I bought some size 12s, and I just, for the life of me, I don't know where they went. It's the problem with having small gear. It's hard to find when you lose it. Alright, let's see if this works. I've got you guys placed in a tree. With my luck, of course, the camera will fall out and smash on these rocks, but you're stuck in there pretty good, I think. So here's the shrimp, a little piece of shrimp, the little drop shot rig I've got set up, and there are freshwater shrimp, although probably not very many, if any at all, out in this location. But that being said, I find just about everything that swims eats shrimp, and not only do they eat it, but it's like candy, basically. So tell you what, I had better vision of the fish up here. Yeah, there they are. There's a little shoal of them right there. I'm gonna drop it in there. Yep, right away. Right away. That took 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Guys, seriously, as soon as I dropped it in, oh, I just scared off one of those catfish. As soon as I dropped it in, I got a cichlid. Beautiful fish. Lovely markings. You know what? Somebody actually, stop it. Somebody gave me a really good suggestion on my last video that I did where I caught cichlids. And it's just something that, you just got to take 2 seconds to do. So there you go, he's back in the water. I should crush the barb down on this hook. Fish this small, a barb on a hook is much more significant. So, for the safety of the fish, oh, there's a snake. There's a water snake right in front of me. He just took off under these rocks. If I get close enough to that snake, I'll pick him up and show him to you. He's a diamond-backed water snake. I can see his head sticking out right now. Anyway, crush the barb down on these hooks and just do a service to all the fish in here. And this is something I advocate a lot, especially when I'm fishing in an area where I know I might inadvertently catch turtles. But yeah, that viewer had a good point. So I'm gonna crush the barbs down here. All right. See how fast that was? Let's see if we can do that again. Let's see if we can do this all in one take. It's gonna be one long uncut take. So here we go. Bait's back on. I can't even see where I cast it. I just know about the general region now, so I don't see the fish, but I'm just gonna throw it back around the same area. Okay, it's in the water. Taking longer this time. Oh, got a fish. Boom! Another cichlid. This one's got some lovely spots on him. Lovely little eye spots near the back of him. There you go, you can see the colors now. Hard to film in all this shade. I can see some fish on top of the water over there. I'll probably have it cast way out there next. Just beautiful fish. Lovely, lovely little Rio Grande cichlid. And there you go, see, he just fell off the hook that time. And that's what I wanted. Not having to strain and pry and twist the hook about to get it out of his mouth. He just actually fell off the hook. All right, let's have a cast a little further out and see what happens. Got it about 15 feet out. Yep, got a bite, got a bite, got a bite. Got a fish. Slightly better fish. Yes. Ooh, slightly bigger cichlid. Look at that. Same. All right. Got a little bit more shrimp on here. It's wonderful to do this kind of light tackle fishing. It really is, especially after you've had a whole day where you're trying to catch fish and you just can't. And that is just, you know, that comes with the territory when you're fishing for something that's, you know, larger in size and more sporting of a fight, like a red drum. You know, you're just not always going to get them. And light tackle fishing, it just kind of reinstates that feeling of what it's like to catch fish, and it's a lot of fun. It really just kind of brings your level of enjoyment of what you're doing just back up from the depths that they sank to when you failed to catch, you know, whatever your original target was. All right, cast out. That's about 25 feet now. Yep. Oh, what have I got? Biggest cichlid so far. Look at that one. That is a proper cichlid right there. That's a proper cichlid. I don't know, because I didn't look this up beforehand. Maybe you guys can look it up for me and tell me. I don't know if the males or the females grow larger with these Rio Grande cichlid. Trying to hold this. See, this is the problem when you're trying to film the fish that you've caught. You run into this problem, this challenge really. It's not a problem, it's a challenge. Even with the barbless hook, this one, there we go. You run into this challenge where you want to show the fish, and to do it, you need to hold it where your fingers, where you don't fall in the water. Nah, my shoe's soaking wet. So you don't want to like be like, okay, look at this fish that I've caught. You want to show the fish without dropping it. Beautiful cichlid, really big. There you go. Try to find the light coming through the trees so you can see those colors on him. There you go. Right about where my face was. Anyway, big cichlid, biggest one so far that I've ever caught. Biggest Rio Grande cichlid that I've ever caught. Obviously tilapia get a lot bigger than this, but beautiful animal, lovely. Let's put it back. Normally I wouldn't mind washing my hands off in the water, but the water here is disgusting. It is so disgusting. You know how, like, if you've got, and I don't even know if this is a common thing with houses these days, because the house that I spent, you know, most of my life in was built in the 70s. And you guys, I don't know, depending on the age of the viewer that I'm speaking to at the moment, may or may not have grown up at the same time I did. I'm pushing 30, you know, I'm in my late 20s now. And you had those vents just running straight out the side of your house where your dryer unit was. You know that smell of that hot air and the lint? That is exactly what it smells like right here. And you can hear an air current coming out of this. I have no idea what this thing is. Really quite baffling. Anyway, I'm going to try to cast. Let's see. I did off to one side of the current. I'm going to go off to the other side of the current. Little sunfish. Hooked in the side of the jaw there. Took that shrimp the moment it hit the water. Tiny little guy. Not a cichlid, a sunfish. Put him back. Alright, got another one. Whoa, look at this guy. This is not a native species. This is a tilapia. A member of the cichlid family. You can see the similarities, but this is not a native cichlid. This is very clearly a blue tilapia. Another very small sunfish. Loads of these guys about. Oh, water right in my eyes. Toss it back out. Yep. Ooh. Another sunfish. Really lovely one. Stand back. So I managed to just net one of these passing catfish. how many of them there are out here. There's everywhere. These things, these armored catfish, just everywhere. Look at these zebra patterns they have, though. Pretty cool. And you can hear him making those noises, but you'll notice he makes the noises as he moves his pectoral fins. That's because he's actually squeezing air out of his swim bladder to make those noises. They're not true vocalizations. Really freaky looking fish. It's like, I don't know, if Mad Max went fishing, it's probably he'd catch something like that. Just crazy. Crazy looking fish. There we go. Another one. Just tons of these guys. And they keep falling off the hook because I've got no barb on it. Put him back. And that's the thing, is I'm just using so little bait right now that I just keep throwing out the same piece of bait over and over. Yep, there's another one. Tons of fish. This is just indicative of how many fish are in this area, because this is the base to the food chain, these sunfish. And man, these are beautiful animals. I don't know if you can see that. There's like this gorgeous little purple specks showing up in his green stripes. But anyway, that's the base of the food chain out here. I mean, gar, catfish, larger perch, bass, all of these animals, all these fish prey upon those sunfish. And then of course you've got things like the birds and the water snake that we saw earlier, the snapping turtle that we caught the last time we were out here. They're out here for these guys as well. So finding an enormous amount of fish that form the base of the food chain is a great thing. And I'm telling you guys, we could do this all day long. Like seriously, this is... Try to keep this water away from my face. We could do this all day long. Little tiny sunfish like that. And the bait, man, I actually... These size 10 hooks are doing okay. You can see how tiny the bait on the end of it is. I actually do wish I had my size 12. It would be even more well suited for this. But I'm not even opening the bail. I'm just throwing it out there at the end of the rod. I could, and ooh, that one was more aggressive. I could easily do this with like a cane pole. There you go. There's another one. Just loads of these things, absolutely everywhere. I can't remember the last time I was anywhere and caught as many fish as I seem to routinely catch in this amazing, amazing place. Fish on, or something. May not be a fish. May not be a fish. It's not fighting like a fish. You've got to be kidding me. It's a friend. It's a familiar face. It is the exact same snapping turtle from the last video. Unbelievable. I've just got the hook in his mouth. I mean, it's like, I don't even think it's pierced his skin at all. I think just the angle of the hook and my pressure is keeping him on. Just it's underneath the lip of his bill or beak or whatever you call a turtle's mouth. Yep. Oh. You always know, it's just turtles have this feeling of dead weight to them that is just not indicative of fish at all. Try to get him in this net. There, got him. I don't think we're gonna get any carp today, but oh, good grief. We were going by weight. Hello. Say hi. Say hello to all the nice people. This is the same exact one. No mistaking. Same face. Anyway, the hook is actually out, which is great because I don't have to put my hands near his mouth. See, he was never truly hooked at all. The angle of the hook, was just keeping him in place. Man, these guys are just incredible. I cannot even imagine what it would be like to tangle with one of these things, you know, pushing 100 pounds. Incredible. Okay, so I'm gonna try the tail technique. Just like when we handle snakes, I'm not gonna lift him up just by his tail. I'm gonna try to use the bars of the net to show him to you. There he is. It's no contest at all. He is so much stronger than me. He's heavy too. This thing must weigh at least 30 pounds. Anyway, let's put him back. Here you go, buddy. Get lost. Oh. Man. For a moment there, I thought we had a big fish. I thought we had a huge fish on the line. I can see a trail of bubbles where he's just taking off. Looks like Bowser. Really, really cool. All right, let's pack it in. I'm done for today.